Man, so there's a lot of news today. Blue Jackets related, Winnipeg Jets related, all kind of linked together because of a trade that happened a year ago. Let's go over Patrik Laine because he signed a 4-year contract through the 2025-2026 season. We had Pierre-Luc Dubois, who accepted his qualifying offer from the Jets, 1 year, $6 million, and we have a Columbus and Seattle trade. Oliver Bjorkstrand is gone for a third and a fourth in an absolute fleecing by the Kraken, but in a trade that was necessary for the Blue Jackets to make in order to free up cap space. So, let's kick things off by talking about Patrik Laine. Take a look at the AAV, $8.7 million a season. Now, there's another superstar player in the NHL who has made a living with the number 87. $8.7 million, August 7th, 1987. It is Sid the Kid, Sidney Crosby himself. Patrik Laine is now worth the same amount of money as Sidney Crosby, which is kind of cool. And this contract right here, 8.7 AAV, it's going to be great seeing Laine suit up alongside of Gaudreau for the next 4 years. Obviously, Gaudreau signed on for 7 years, Laine's on for 4. This is a pretty good deal because it buys 1 year of RFA status and 3 years of Laine's UFA status. And if you take a look at Laine right now, the guy's 24 years old. A 4-year contract will take him to his 28, and then a 7 or 8 year deal will take him till he's 34, 35 years old afterwards. So it's a pretty good setup for the rest of Laine's career, starting off with this contract. And at $8.7 million a season, you can't really go wrong. If this guy goes out there and gets 40 goals in 4 straight seasons, I'd say he's probably worth the $8.7 million AAV. Even though he is not necessarily the best offensive player, even though he's not necessarily the best off-puck player, Laine scores goals, and that's why you have him here. Also, imagine this, a player actually signing a contract with the team that he was traded to. That's kind of wild, isn't it, Patrik Laine? Isn't it wild, Pierre-Luc freaking Dubois going out there and saying that he's going to go to UFA status in 2 years? This is a 1-year contract right here, a qualifying offer accepted by PLD in the Winnipeg Jets system, and we've made so many videos about this guy that it's kind of crazy to even think that this contract is going to go on for the amount of time that it's going to go on, because I'm kind of sitting here expecting a PLD trade sometime down the line, because the Winnipeg Jets know that this guy absolutely does not want to commit to Winnipeg. He signed, or I guess he accepted his qualifying offer for 1 year, so I guess that extends the time period that this tumultuous relationship is going to go on for. But at the end of the day, this is one of those moves where if you take a look at the replies, Jets fans are kind of unhappy with this, the rest of the league is kind of unhappy with this, because man, even though PLD is a good player, it just sucks having him around, knowing everything that's been going on with the situation, and now he wants to leave, and now he expected to be a Montreal Canadien at the draft floor, and now he's not. It's ugly. And so this is just delaying the inevitable. But either way, I mean, I guess if you're looking out there for the Jets and saying, okay, I actually want this team to be their best next season, I want to see them improve, I want to see roster construction elements that make the team score more goals, Pierre-Luc Dubois being here is better than him not being here, so at the end of the day, there is that. But there is, of course, the locker room situation that you're going to have to sort out as well, because, man, all your teammates are going to know that you want to leave, and they're all going to know that you wanted to be gone by the draft. You expected to be gone by the draft. We made a video talking about how he was at the NHL Draft expecting a trade to Montreal, so, yeah, PLD, 1-year contract, $6 million, and it just appears that he's going to go to UFA status in 2 seasons, so yeah, this doesn't really help that case anymore. You also have yourselves the Oliver Bjorkstrand trade, wherein he was traded over to the Seattle Kraken for a 3rd and a 4th. Now, this trade absolutely sucks from a value-to-value point of view. Let's go over to the Blue Jackets website and take a look at what they have written out here. I just wanted to go over the press release. The Blue Jackets have acquired a 3rd, previously acquired from Calgary, and a 4th, previously acquired from Winnipeg, from the Kraken in exchange for right wing Oliver Bjorkstrand. It was a difficult decision to trade Oliver, who has given so much to organization over the past 7 7 years. However, a move like this needed to be made in order for us to be salary cap compliant after the Gaudreau and Laine signings. Also, cough cough, Eric Goodbranson, because that guy, he's making 4x4, so that's a pretty big one too. We are thankful for Oliver's many contributions to our club on and off the ice, and we wish he and his wife Jill all the best in Seattle. Here's a scouting report. It's actually better if I do this instead of going over onto elite prospects. Bjorkstrand, 27, registered 111 goals and 123 assists for 234 points with 74 penalty minutes, 20 power play goals. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of stats in 382 career NHL games since being selected by the Blue Jackets in the third round of the 2013 draft. A native of Herning, Denmark, he ranks 7th on the franchise all-time list in goals and 8th in both points and shots. The 6 feet, 177-pound winger set single-season career highs in goals, points, and power play goals this season, finishing with 28 goals, 29 assists, and 57 points, 16 penalty minutes, 9 power play goals, and 215 shots, while averaging 17.57 of ice time in 60 games. So he was under a point per game, dude. Under a point per game. 57 points, 80 games. Oh, excuse me, that's 80 games, not 60 games. Okay, my bad, I cannot read. Oh boy, my eyesight's pretty bad, isn't it? Bjorkstrand, though, good player, had to get sent over in exchange for a nothing return, to be honest, a third and a fourth. But at the end of the day, it is for salary cap purposes. I saw some people saying, hey, why couldn't the Blue Jackets move Nyquist instead? He's also making a pretty significant amount of money. But if you're going to go over there and talk about players that the Blue Jackets would more want to move instead, you have no leverage if you're trading away a Nyquist. Bjorkstrand, at least, is a player that is very valuable, and he was a 2020 goal and an assist player. So, he was almost a 30-30, so there you go. Almost a 60-point guy on the season. But either way, time to the comments your thoughts about 1. Patrik Laine signing his 4-year extension, Pierre-Luc Dubois accepting his qualifying offer, and Oliver Bjorkstrand getting sent away for 2 draft picks in a pretty bad trade, value to value wise. I hope you enjoyed this video, 99, and bye.